When you are doing any form of media production, you must have graphics that will do the job for you. Many times this will mean using photographs. If you are going to use photographs, you must use the highest quality photographs possible. This tutorial can serve as a starting point for those interested in photography. More important, it will help you to improve the photographs used in your tutorials. There are many types of photographic processing. Only a few short years ago, we would have been discussing silver salts, filter packs, and chemicals. The cost of doing your own processing was higher than sending it out, and there was a great deal of time spent in a darkroom. Today, however, we will be talking about computers, programs, and the like. There are any number of programs out there. If you have Photoshop or something similar, use it. I will be using GIMP. First and foremost, it offers you all the tools you need for this tutorial. Second, it is available as freeware. This means you can afford to use it and to update it. For the purpose of this tutorial, we will consider color correction and cropping. In the best of all worlds, this would be taken care of when you take the photograph, but we do not live in the best of all worlds. First, bring up the program you're going to use. You may find it advantageous to go to Task Manager and to turn off any processes you do not need to have running. This frees up memory. Graphics programs are memory hogs, and the more memory they have, the better they run. Next, find a photograph you want to work on. Remember, you can make a photograph better in processing, but a bad photograph is still going to be a bad photograph. So pick a photograph that is good on some level. Here I've chosen a baseball photograph of my son sliding into second base. The action in the photograph is pretty good. The composition is not too bad. The first thing we want to do is color correct the image. Many programs have an auto correction feature. You may want to try it. Personally, I find such features to be a waste of time. Come to the toolbar and click on color. This will give you a drop-down menu. Choose color balance. This will bring up an adjust color balance screen. On the screen, you will find 3 sliders: between cyan and red, magenta and green, and between yellow and blue. If you were doing chemical or film photography, you would add cyan to your filter pack to lessen the amount of red. The slider works exactly the same way. You may consider the screen as it is to be your standard filter pack. Now look at your photograph. Look only at the color. Is it too red, too blue, too green? Adjust the sliders to change the color until they are right. Note the select range to adjust button. You must decide what part of the photograph you want to correct. Is it a highlight, a midtone, or a shadow? Select the proper button, make sure the preview is checked, and adjust your sliders. It is possible for the highlights to be too blue and the shadows to be too red. You will note there are only 6 colors represented on the screen, 3 primary and 3 secondary or complementary colors. By mixing the 3 primary colors, you can produce any color. You may want to do some reading on color and play with the color in your program in order to become familiar with mixing colors. Next, we will want to crop the photograph. Decide how you will use the photograph. Will it be full page, half page, or something smaller? Now crop the photograph to get the best effect. How I would crop a photograph for a newspaper is different from how I would crop it for a media show. A tutorial on baseball would call for a different cropping than one on color correction. Adhere to the rules of good composition, the golden mean, the rule of thirds, and so on.